Welcome to the StockMiner.com studios here in the Black Hills of South Dakota. I'm your stockminer, Brian Johnson, making professional trading simple. And the markets dropped again today. A little bit violent. Good if you are an intraday trader, but otherwise a little choppy. Could have gotten a little bit of trouble today if you're not real clear on what you're doing. But the Dow, S&P, Nasdaq all down somewhere between 1.5 to Nasdaq down almost 2.5%. It's really taken some major hits over the last couple days, and you can see the devastation that we've seen. Look at how scrunched this chart got towards the top. It was just in a nice, slow consolidating pattern, and then all of a sudden, just a big wham. Now, these wicks, guys, really what I'm trying to do is ignore these wicks, just taking them off the bottoms of these candles. It is part of the trading, but whatever it was, some kid hit the wrong button, whatever they're attributing it to, it doesn't matter. There's all kinds of conspiracy theories we could make up about this. The point of the matter is, bounced, came back up, and I'm just going to kind of ignore these wicks and call it what it is. This just looks like a slow grind down. Markets are still a little bit unsure, maybe, of where it wants to go. But for the week, a lot of red. If you were short, this is how it's done, guys. Look at this. A million candles up in about, oh, what, four down. And just wipe it all out. Let's just start over again. Bears take control. This is why, if you've ever cruised the internet, you'll find a lot of perma bears, people that love the bear side. And it's for reasons like this. They get very frustrated when they have to sit through all this bullish motion where it slowly grinds and just tears you apart day by day, month by month. But they love it when they finally get it right. Pop below this area. If you guys got short at 10,950, you're welcome. That's about a 600 point gain. I've been talking about this 10,950 for a while. The head and shoulders was a little bit, oh man, it was a little bit too perfect. Eventually they have to work out though. My place to get short was always 10,950. So if you caught that at the beginning of the week, good job. It's a 600 point gain. Not bad for a week's wage. NASDAQ on a 60-minute, you can see it here also sliding its way down. Boy, this really looks like a finishing five, if that's what you guys are familiar with from an Elliott wave standpoint. I'm not sure if that's the end of, if it's 5 of 3 wave down, or if it's actually the 5 wave down that ends this first wave. But regardless, this looks like there's still maybe even some more to go. I'll talk more about it this weekend, but I'm not convinced that a more major bounce is coming right now. I mean, there's just nothing pointing that way at this time. We're seeing lots of volume. We're seeing a lot of these support levels being broken, and the Nasdaq just continues to eat it. My short for this week was below 2,000. Weekly here, this is big, closing below the 20-week moving average and below this blue channel line that we were watching. This big move we had yesterday did come down, find the support, bounce back up. But now, what do we expect? A continued move to the downside? Yep. Maybe a bounce back up here to retest the underside of this? Yep. Either one of those, very, very valid. Happens quite a bit. So either one of those could be in the works, but we're going to take it 1 week at a time. And as of right now, this was a huge drop in the markets. 7.5%. That's 151 points in the NASDAQ. 1 week. This would be what? A bearish engulfing pattern? Is there anything bigger than that? Is it like a King Kong engulfing pattern? I'm not sure that's out there, but I'm thinking Steve Neeson ought to make one up because this engulfs like 10 candles or something ridiculous like that. I'd made mention too that when this thing decided to pull back, there's a good chance that it was going to be hard and furious and fast, and you just wanted to be ready for it. So hope you guys got a piece of this. SPX on a 60-minute looking the same as the rest of them did from today, bouncing here right off this 1095 area, which is the 200-day moving average. Crazy how these moving average things works. And I'm surprised more and more by the number of people that don't use them. Guys, if you're not using these moving averages, it's not a perfect science, but you'll be amazed at how well price seems to obey these moving averages. So, put them in your charts. They really are worth your time. Bouncing back up to the 1110 area, almost hard to fathom that we dropped as far as we did. Another 17 points today, but we started the week way up here towards 1200. My entry was below 1175, 1178, one of those 2 points you could get in short. Incredible 68 points or 65 points you could have made this week alone on the short side. Bring it to me, Bulls. Can you do that? I don't think so. So, gotta love the bear side, gotta love the bull side. They're both fun to play. I would almost have to admit that sometimes the bear side's just a little bit more fun. Just quicker profits faster. Nothing like wait around 2 months for this thing to climb, and then nothing like getting it all back in a week if you're a bear. So love that. That's how profits come quick. Breaking the blue line, dropping down here to 1110. Once again, closing below the 20-week moving average, finding nice support right back in here on this previous line I've had drawn in here for I don't know how long now. But we are watching for the next move. Will it bounce next week, head back up? Are we going to creep down a little bit more? I have my ideas on what might be happening. The VIX just through the roof. We talked about this area back in here and how there was, a move up, a couple moves down, move up, couple moves down. I said, man, the markets just don't know what to do here. Very indecisive. There's fear, there's not, there's fear, there's not. Breaks down to here, tell me that there's not again. But these, once it started breaking these levels up here, it was obviously, something that the VIX was going to take 26.6% just today alone. So the fear has obviously returned to the markets. Now, what can we expect? And what we can normally expect is a big move like this is usually led by some sort of consolidation or something. I can't imagine the VIX would climb again next week doing the exact same thing, especially when you're up 88% in a week. But the VIX itself, for those of you that bought VIX calls, yeah, you're doing very well. Congratulations. But the VIX itself will probably have to pull back maybe a little bit. So if it does, maybe we do see that bounce in the markets. I don't know if that's going to happen Monday, though. Mondays have been very, very good to the markets, but we'll see. A little bit too early. I'm just gonna give myself a chance to analyze over the weekend here and see. 235 on Apple, sat down there most of the day, had a drop as low as 225. So that was quite a move for some of you that play Apple. That's great intraday trading if you can get it. You can see it coming down here, finding and landing right on this big support line down here. Is it done yet? I don't know. We've got a lot of things rolling over down here. Big volume coming in. I don't know if it's quite time yet. We might see it we might see it come down and retest this area once again before it makes its bounce. This is the most interesting thing. Closing here, I'm going to call it at. You can say it was below the blue line, whatever. I can adjust this. It's right at that blue line, which is that support line we had been talking about. So it did not take long to get back to test this blue line. Will it hold? Yeah, anybody's guess at this point. Breaks below 230-ish, though, next week are going to start to look pretty bearish for Apple, at least in the short term. AINV for the week down another 31 cents today. That's 2.85%. If you caught it below 12 bucks, that was my call for the week. That's $1.50. Play on that one. FAS was down again today, just a little bit, not completely falling apart, but below 31 I think was my short entry into FAS. That was a good play for about $4 over the last couple days. Above 1350 was my play in FAZ, breaking these patterns we had been watching. Above 1350 gave you about $1.30 or so on your trade for the week itself. So that was a very good trade. And that'll do it for this week. All right, guys, I'm going to make it short, make it sweet. Had some great entries, had some great plays, had some great calls on some entries. If you're missing those entries, take notes, put them in your set alarms, at least something to watch during the course of the week. Once again, free videos. Hope they help you guys. If you know people that can benefit from these, please send them my link. Have them check out the daily videos. I don't ask you to register. You don't have to log in. I have no clue if you come or go. I don't know. It's not as though I track email addresses here or anything. So come, hang out, see if you like it, see if your friends like it. Write down my recommendations because they do come in handy during the course of a week if you just can't find something for yourself that you want to play. I'll be back with you again on Sunday. Enjoy your weekend.